So, I mean, Eric Dyer, yeah, good player, but I wouldn't have him on pens.
Pires tries to knock it through. His attempt is blocked, and then he goes to ground. Arsenal win it back, and there could be more here for Arsenal. This is Gyökeres, and Rice is calling for it. Challenge, though, coming across from Bianconi.
Yeah, look, overall, you'd have to say it's still been a good performance. Arsenal have created some really gilt-edged opportunities, and if we brought our shooting boots, it would be we'd have scored 4 or 5. But Olympiacos could have scored a couple themselves, couldn't they?
Yeah,
I think that they've kept us on our toes tonight.
Arsenal fans, you can hear. Miles Lewis-Skelly comes forward. Odegaard on the left-hand side. And it's cleared down the line by Olympiacos. But I think we might have a few more seconds here.
Yeah, just don't get a silly booking. But yeah, look, good start to the Champions League.
Yeah.
Go to Bilbao and beat Athletic Club, and then with a clean sheet, and then clean sheet win at home to Olympiacos. I mean, solid.
Yeah, you know, a couple of different challenges. Olympiacos, you know, will be a challenge for other clubs for sure. They'll be wondering why they didn't get something from the Paphos game probably, but they've got plenty to work on. As the full-time whistle goes, though, it is Arsenal that pick up a second win in the Champions League phase without a goal conceded so far. Maybe a little fortunate tonight to escape with a clean sheet, but not for the win. As Adi has pointed out a few times over the course of the second half, this could have easily been 3-1, 4-1, which might have been a fairer reflection of the attacking qualities of both teams. But as it is, Martinelli from close range right at the start of the game, and Saka right at the end of the game, having been switched over to the left-hand side following his introduction as a substitute. Olympiacos will point to some good moments, but Arsenal were the better team here. And although 2-0 is probably not what the chances reflect, in terms of the winning margin, by 2, I think is probably fair.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You know, 3-1, 4.
Arsenal, as I said, they created enough chances to win 2 or 3 matches tonight, really. There was a bit of inspired keeping, there was some sloppy finishing. In the end, Bukayo Saka got the job done with that finish. Look, we have 15 shots inside the box tonight. It's disappointing that we only scored 2, but we march on. You know, I think it flattened out a little bit in the second half from an Arsenal point of view. So it was nice to get another goal later on, and it's another sub goal. Making a habit of that, aren't we, this season? Bukayo Saka coming off the bench to score on this occasion. So yeah, job done for me. Martin Odegaard really stood out. Great that he got the 90 minutes, and some of his passing tonight was just outrageously good. The through balls, I mean, I don't know how many through balls he played in the game, but I think it was fitting in a way that right at the end there, it was his pass into the box for Saka to go and finish it. He was the star man for the Gunners tonight, and yeah, we roll on.
Well, Olympiacos go over to their supporters who have stayed to a man to cheer the squad off. They have been excellent, the supporters, Arsenal fans as well, but a good atmosphere here tonight. Match day 2 of the Champions League. We're still in the early stages, but it is very much going to plan from an Arsenal point of view. Goals from Martinelli and from Saka mean that Arsenal have beaten the Greek champions here in fairly comfortable fashion in the end. As we hand you back to Nicole and Jeremy, full time at the Emirates then, it is Arsenal 2, Olympiacos 0.
To the Arsenal. Jez, it feels good, doesn't it? Can I just say, by the way,
go on.
What was your score prediction? Because you're trying to say that you got it right. Do we have it on camera though?
We have it.
Do we?
I said it. You haven't seen it?
No,
you were right next to me when I said it as well. Because you said 2-1.
Yeah. Yes, I did, but I'm honest, I admit it. Well, congratulations, well done. I hope you're happy. You win again. Talk to me about the second half then.
Yeah, listen, I think we were the better team. We deserved to win. Some great performance. sometimes a bit scary when I saw, Olympiacos gain close, gain chances, gain that goal that got disallowed for offside as well.
Yeah.
Started thinking, oh God, it's going to be a tough one. But yeah, no, I think we were the much better team in terms of possession, creating chances. I think Odegaard was crazy tonight in terms of like the vision, the pass, the tempo, everything about him tonight was perfect. So yeah, no, I think we done the job, did what we needed to do, got the 3 points, and then that's it, move on.
Yeah, and on Odegaard, he had a really good chance, didn't he, towards the end, and then the keeper. It was kind of like a bit of a double save-ish, or did the keeper?
Well, I think the first time it's a good save from the keeper.
Yeah.
Second, I think it might be the defender just touched it, and then it went wide. Yeah.
But that would have been nice because, like you said, he had a really good game, so it would have felt kind of justified for Martin to get on the score sheet.
It would have been his reward, but I think the assist that he's done and the passing is just it was enough. His performance was great to see a captain back and with a performance like this.
And Bukayo Saka, you love to see it. Came on, got a goal right at the end as well. Everyone up here celebrating with each other, so excited. Lovely to see, isn't it, Jez?
Great to see. We always love to see Saka scoring goals. So we wanted Eze to come on. They both came on at the same time, one on each side, and at the end Saka got the goal. But yeah, no, I think when you've got 10 players on the bench coming on, it's just, the difference. Imagine as a defender, you've been working hard for 70 minutes and then you see Saka coming on, you think, you're like, please, really? So yeah, no, I think we so lucky to have that quality and the player we've got on the bench to come on and make the difference.
Yeah, I mean, the goals weren't the most pretty, right? A goal's a goal. Doesn't matter because 2-0 to Arsenal feels like a fair result, doesn't it, right?
Yeah, I think it was a good game. I think what Jeremy said, Martin had a really good game. But talking about Saka and Eze, there was a moment where we were getting quite a lot of pressure down Eze's side and Arteta flipped the wingers. Saka came out to the left, Eze went out to the right, and our goal came from Saka being on that left-hand side. So it was really good to see that sort of tactical genius from Mikel in the second half. We were under pressure at points. I think Saliba did really well. He won all his duels. I think he had a really good game. Obviously, injury to Gabriel, hopefully nothing serious, but Mosquera came on, looked solid again.
I mean, it's just that depth that we keep talking about. It's just the options that we have now that can come on, can change the game and make the impact. And it's just a really good place for us to be in as a football club, right, and as supporters. And it makes you just feel that bit more comfortable. And then, quick turnaround. We've got West Ham on the weekend, Saturday. And you kind of look at that and you're like, okay, we feel all right about that one as well, right, Jez?
Yeah, you do. Whoever, pick a knock and maybe miss a game or two, like you just feel, confident that the one taking the position or the place will just do as good as, as good as that player. So yeah, I just, I didn't even think of talking about, Gabriel coming off, having a little injury or something, because I just, it doesn't really bother me anymore. It's kind of like, obviously I want everybody to be fit, but you've got so many players, you kind of think, I want them all to play. I want them all to get involved. And that's why tonight, again, seeing Mikel rotate gain everybody, some game time again, I think he's managing the squad really well at the moment.
Yeah, it feels like we've got some momentum going, doesn't it? So how are you feeling ahead of Saturday in the Premier League?
I can only feel really confident. I know West Ham's just got a new manager and all the players will have a point to prove and want to do well, but coming to Arsenal is it's not easy, so I'm sure it'll be a tough game for them, but now we've just got to recover from tonight and then just move on to Saturday.
Yeah, well, a very positive win here tonight. Right, I'm going to let everyone go home and rest up for the weekend. Thank you, guys. You have been brilliant. Jez, thank you as always. We will be back live from N5 on Saturday in the Premier League against West Ham. We'll be live from 2 p.m. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.